Afternoon and welcome to the Senior Hour, which is sponsored by Providence Holy Cross Medical Center, IMAC Med Spa, and Comfort Keepers in Home Care. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host,
Dr. Thomas Polucki,
on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. This is a show for, about, and by seniors, giving information to enhance one's quality of life. And our first guest this afternoon is Dennis Werner from Bertec. How are you? It's good to see you. It's been a long, long time.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting older, aren't we? Not old, just older.
Yes.
So you have some important information to share.
Yes. There's some new laws pertaining to the trash industry that are put down by the state of California, in the city, in order to comply with those laws, put the trash contract out to bid. We bid on it, and we were the successful bidder.
Yay!
Congratulations, you earned it.
Yeah, that was back in 2022, last year.
Something like that.
Trust me, there's
Time
a lot
flies,
going on. It's starting July 1st. 2023, we will be replacing Waste Management as the exclusive trash hauler in the city of Santa Clarita. So
that's awesome. Yeah, you guys earned it. So about that, there's going to be a changeover for a lot of residential. It used to be Waste Management, but now you are the exclusive Waste Management, even though your name is Bertec, in all of Santa Clarita. So the business and residential is now all handled by Bertec, yes?
Correct, and it's important to note that if you live in the city of Santa Clarita, it's different than if you live in the county.
Oh.
So we're already doing this in the county. We already
Gotcha.
haul Stevenson Ranch and West Ridge and all those areas. But in the city of Santa Clarita, this is going to be a new endeavor.
Right. So new receptacles, new trucks.
Yeah, we've ordered 50 brand new trash trucks.
Wow.
And we've ordered 165,000 trash cans.
Wow.
And we're going to be removing the Waste Management trash cans, which is another 165,000 trash cans. So in 9 weeks, we're going to be moving 330,000 trash cans.
Oh, good glory.
So everybody's going to be getting a new trash can.
That's
a set of trash cans.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So, and I like that. I know that Bertec uses the compressed gas, right?
Yes.
For the trucks, so
yes.
No stinky trucks.
No stinky trucks. It's compressed natural gas. And actually, when we talk about the food waste component of this new law, recycling food waste, the food waste actually can be processed in a way that it turns the methane gas into compressed natural gas, which is called RNG, renewable natural gas. You can run the trash trucks and make electricity. So the burrito you ate or didn't eat can power a trash truck.
There you go. It'll be a neat trick when they can do that. Like the truck is driving wrong, eats the garbage, and then turns it into the fuel that it runs on.
Yeah, I think that's in Back to the Future.
It is.
You learn something new every day, don't you?
There you go. And on top of that, the new bins that we're getting, instead of the old torn up, I swear my garbage bin has been destroyed from like the day they installed it. And it's barely held together at all anymore. But the new bins that you're going to be doing are actually, I can't believe this, they're biodegradable. They're made from compost or something like that?
They're not biodegradable. They're made from recyclable material.
Got it.
A portion of it is.
Okay. All right.
I think it's 20%.
Yeah. It's still nice. You know, it's all good.
Yeah.
So you won't be lifting it up and slamming it down.
Well, we probably will. But
because that's what destroys the cans.
Yeah.
No, our trucks,
Slam.
they're brand new trucks, and those mechanisms are timed. So that if it should take, I think, 3 seconds a lift for it to go all the way up and come back down. If it goes too fast, then it can break the cart. We don't want that. If it goes too slow, the driver will be out there till 9 o'clock at night.
Right.
So it's got to be timed just right.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So a huge transition coming up. It was something about July 1st? What is the actual thing on July 1st?
Well, July 1st is the actual day that our contract starts.
Gotcha.
But July 1st is a Saturday. So July 3rd is a Monday. So we'll start switching out the trash carts. It'll be about 4,000 carts a day for 10 weeks.
Wow.
And if you divide that by 3, it's about 1,300 houses a day are going to get new carts. We're going to have an interactive map on our website so you could type in your address and see what day is your cart going to be exchanged. It's important for residents to know that the trash day will not change. So if your trash day is on Tuesday, it'll remain on Tuesday. And we will be switching the carts on your trash day. So whether it's the first week or the second week or third week, we won't be able to tell you until the interactive map is up. And that should be hopefully going up by the end of this week or beginning of next week. And then we'll be able to tell you, if you don't know how to use an interactive map, which is like Google, just type in your address, you could just call our office and tell us your address, and we'll tell you which week that your cart will be exchanged.
Okay. So, I'm just a guy, right? So from my point of view, I just put my garbage out the same day that I've always been putting it out, and one day it's going to show up with a new bin.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the exact plan. We're going to try to hit the neighborhoods a week prior to that with flyers saying, hey, next week is... The only reason we want to notify people is because sometimes they don't use their yard container.
Yeah.
And so they forget to put it out, or they don't need to put it out, or maybe they didn't have any recycling that week, so they didn't put it out. If that happens, we'll go back and get it later. We'll make a note of it, but we just want to remind people to put them out that day.
Put all 3 out.
Put all 3 out on that.
So,
regardless of whether they're full or empty.
Is there going to be a fourth one, or is the green going to be the additional compost as well?
Well, there was going to be a fourth one, but we found a way to not have a fourth one.
Okay.
By asking residents to place the yard trimmings in their yard trimming cart loose. Don't bag them.
Right.
So if you cut down your rose bush or something, just put it in there loose. And then you're going to get a separate little food waste pail. It's about a gallon size pail that you keep in your kitchen. You take that pail, and any food that was going to go into the trash can, not food that was going in the garbage disposal or in your home composter, but any food that was going to go into the trash can, that food needs to go in a separate bag, a good bag, like a grocery bag, tie it up tight, and place it in with your yard waste.
Gotcha.
And then the yard container that stuff goes into the trash truck that's hauling the yard waste, and then that becomes the transportation mechanism because they go to the same processor, but they're processed differently. The yard trimmings go on one side, and the food waste goes on a different side.
I gotcha. So when you say the food waste from your kitchen, you're talking about like plate scrapings, or that would go down to disposal? What exactly goes in this bag?
Well, if I recall, you're a vegetarian, so you probably don't have steak.
Yeah.
So, but if somebody was to eat a steak and have a portion of a steak left over, or a steak bone, or chicken bones, or
and you don't have a dog,
and you don't have a dog or chickens, or
well, you wouldn't give a dog a chicken bone anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So, pizza. All kinds of stuff that you wouldn't put in the garbage disposal.
Right, but not the container, just the pizza.
Correct. You could, in theory, put the pizza box in there, but it doesn't fit in the bag.
Got it.
And so we're asking that the pizza boxes go in the recycling container.
Gotcha.
And the pizza go in the bag. We don't want the food waste mixed with the yard waste loose.
I understand.
We don't want somebody pouring the
sense.
spaghetti into their grass.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, unless you like ants.
If
you like ants, then
it's
do that.
going to be a learning curve, especially with summertime parties.
Right.
There's going to be... Because that's always a mess. You put out the separate recycle and garbage and all of that at the party, and everybody just throws everything in. I would imagine it's going to be that times, what is it? How many houses do you service now?
It's going to be 50,000 houses.
50,000. That times 50,000.
Exactly. And that's the other reason we want to have people place the food waste in bags instead of loose in the carts, because if everybody had to wash their food waste cart and they used 1 gallon of water, which would probably be more, 50,000 gallons of water a day, washing your food waste cart,
makes sense.
So the bag is the best alternative.
Yep, sounds great. So we get a pail for the kitchen for the food waste.
Right.
It's about a 1 gallon pail.
Yeah.
So that's small.
It's real small. It has a locking lid, a snap lid, so you can put your food in there and then snap it shut, so you don't just have food waste sitting there on your kitchen.
Smelling. Fly bait.
Right, exactly.
and then we bag it and put it in with the compost.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's going to get it wrong. I hate to tell you.
And if you get it wrong, don't worry about it, because the worst thing that'll happen to you right away is we'll put a little sticker on there, hey, you got it wrong.
Yeah.
And let's try better, or do you need some more educational material?
Right.
If you keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it, then we'll have to talk.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay, so starting July 1st, we've got a new garbage sheriff in town, and it should be as smooth and seamless a transition as possible, yeah?
Yeah, we're going to try, because it's funny, because July 3rd is the Monday, then July 4th is the holiday.
Right.
So we'll be in the 4th of July parade. We won't be picking up your trash that day.
Right.
And then July 5th will be Wednesday, but that would be the Tuesday service as normal. Most people know how to do that. And the other exciting part is, for the last 50 years, waste management was called Blue Barrel.
That's
but
right.
now the trash is going to go in the Black Barrel to comply with the state law. The state law says all barrels and containers have to be the same color in the entire state. So trash goes in black or gray containers. The recycling goes into blue containers. And then the organics goes into the green container. Should be pretty easy.
That actually makes sense. Because we've had a bunch of different colors.
Right.
Interchangeable over the years.
Exactly, yeah.
And we never know.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the drivers even know. Like, I guess they just know somehow. Because it's not clearly labeled on the other company.
They have one job to do.
Right.
You pick up the blue containers.
Right.
Your buddy picks up the green ones.
Right. Yeah. I know, but there are 2 green ones.
Well, it's going to be fun now, because as we're switching out the containers, some of the blue containers are going to be the old waste management ones. So those guys will be dumping them as trash.
Right.
They'll go around the corner, and then there'll be Burtec cans. The blue ones will be recycling, so a different truck will pick up those.
Yay.
Hey, we're not launching missiles to space. We just have to pick up the right color trash can.
It's still going to be a nightmare.
You got to send all your drivers to school, haven't you?
We do. Yeah, we have them practice. Do you know what blue is? Yes, you're hired. No, it's actually pretty interesting to drive a trash truck. I tried driving them, and I'm not very good at it.
No, they're big. They're big. And these streets, I mean, our streets are generous in this town for the most part compared to other cities, like down in the valley. And
and our drivers, they go through a lot of training.
Yeah.
They have to have a Class B license. They have to have medical certifications. We have safe back training. We have bin handling training. We have customer service trainings, all types of stuff. And we have video in the truck, so we can see if there's an accident, we can see what happened, if it was our fault or somebody else's fault.
Yeah. So I'm sure.
Yeah. So not anybody can just drive a trash truck. We go through a lot.
And do you have videos inside the garbage part of the truck? And what do you call that? The bin? Or
the hopper.
The hopper.
Yeah, we've had those for years.
Yeah. So you can see if something is not supposed to be in there.
Well, it's kind of going in there pretty fast.
Yeah.
I've used it before when a truck is caught on fire. You see if something on fire going into the truck, and you're like, wait a minute.
That's never good.
That's not good.
All right. So July 1st. Oh, okay. All right. So this is a big deal. Congratulations, Burtec is the sole waste management service in Santa Clarita City now, yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. But you as a person, I mean, you've been around a long time here in Santa Clarita, a lot of charity work. You are chairing the Boys and Girls Club thing this year?
Yeah, my wife and I, actually, we just chaired it. It was June 3rd.
Okay.
Yes, that's right.
At the Hyatt.
Time flies.
I should look at the memos. Well, thank you for all of your charity work that you've done here in Santa Clarita.
And will continue to do, obviously.
On behalf of Burtech and personally. And let's see, what else? So the transition, your charity work, what else can we talk about?
What do you want to talk about, Barbara?
I had something in mind, but then after all the conversation, it disappeared.
We're renaming this show to the Senior Moment.
Well, I know on my street, it's going to be a challenge because there are cars parked on both sides of the street.
Always.
Constantly.
Yeah.
Because I have a nursery on the right across the street from me, and all of the young ladies that work there all park up and down the street. And I've said to them many times, please do not park in front of my mailbox.
Right.
So they finally got the message.
Yeah.
So they park back.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
It's not easy for the mailman with all that stuff he has in there to have to get out and physically go to the mailbox and put the mail in.
Yeah.
I mean, those trucks are handled so that they can just open it and put it in.
Right.
And not get out. So I think I finally got them. They finally got the message.
Yeah, we've actually had to start putting our bins in the street because our neighbors will see the bins, on the curb, so to speak, and park right in front of them. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work. That's not cool.
I know.
So we put them out in the street, and that way, at least the trucks can get to them. So I got a technical question for you. Does that arm reach far enough that even if they can't get right up to the curb, they can get it? Like if they have to be a car away, can they still reach it?
Yeah, if the container is between two cars, it can get pretty close. We do ask that the container actually is placed in the street, not on the sidewalk.
Yeah. Is that part of the memo?
It's going to be part of the memo, only because of handicapped people when they're trying to use the sidewalk. They can't get around all the carts.
Yes.
So if the carts are in the street, it makes it easier for us to collect, and we can collect them on the curb, but in the street's better for everybody.
Sure.
And but the arm does reach out pretty far.
Yeah.
And we could actually move your car if you want.
Whoa.
No, we won't do that.
Yeah, it's not going to be my car parked in front of my garbage, so I don't care. All right, so July 7th, the smooth and seamless transition to Burtech Waste Management.
That's the plan.
And just put your garbage out normally. Unfortunately, it is happening on a holiday weekend, so that in itself is usually a bit confusing and disturbing. But hopefully by the following garbage day, everything will be sorted out. Or no, wait, you said it's going to be in phases. It's going to take how long?
It's going to take 9 weeks, 9 or 10 weeks to change out everybody's cart.
Okay.
But
so it's going to be a gradual process.
It'll be a gradual process, but we're going to send out some mailers, and then we'll send out information on the new billing. And then when you get the carts, it'll have a lot of information in the cart on how to use the cart, what to put where. And on top of the carts, it'll have labels that show you what goes in each cart.
Nice.
That's terrific. That's very, very good information to have. It really is.
All right. Dennis Werner, Burtech
Burtech Waste Industries.
Waste Industries. Burtech Waste Industries. Thank you for all the work you do in the community. You've been listening to the Senior Hour, KHTS 98.1 FM, AM 1220, HometownStation.com.
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Thomas Polucki, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220, KHTS. And our guests now are Tim Troig from Guardians SCV with his lovely daughter, Jennifer.
Hello.
I love
Thank you
your
for
beautiful.
having us.
I love your blonde hair.
Thank you. So I love your blonde hair too.
Mine's a wig.
Well, it's beautiful.
Mine too.
We were just getting to you.
Doesn't look like a wig.
But my hair is growing in. It's coming in.
That's
it's coming
good.
in.
So, Tim, it's been a minute. Tell us about Guardians, what it's all about, and why you're here today.
All righty. Well, Guardians is a nonprofit organization that my wife and I started. Well, I actually started it, and then she jumped in to help me because we started a part of that for the Guardian Wives. But it's been around for about 7 years. We were a small group of just guys and gals getting together, just doing life together. Military, veterans, law enforcement, and firefighters, men and women. And we saw, man, this group really is working great. We're finding a lot of healing and support through it, and we said, why don't we turn it into a nonprofit?
So it's a support group for
Veterans, military, law enforcement, and firefighters, men and women who are active, retired, or in reserves. And they get together weekly on Monday nights. We hang out together, and we just do life together. But it's really about support, camaraderie, and connection.
And sharing.
Sharing, because that's where the healing
so
happens.
Important.
Yes.
So
So
when you're talking
important.
about healing, you're talking about healing from post-traumatic stress or...
All the above.
kinds.
There's
Okay.
so much that affects that population. I'm a retired LA City firefighter. I spent 35 years with LA City Fire, so I understand the effects of trauma, and seeing trauma
Sure.
over and over again
Oh,
can have
yes.
on your mental stability, and how it affects you mentally, emotionally, and how it affects your families. And so we talk about all of that. So it's not just PTSD. It could be drug abuse, alcoholism, domestic violence, suicide, anxiety. There's all of that, sometimes in that group. And there's 3 types of people that I see come to Guardians. There's those that come for the support. There's those that come to support others and be supported if they need it. And then there's those that just come for the camaraderie and connection, because the banter that goes on there amongst fire guys and law guys and the
yes.
Army and the Marines, and which is what we're used to.
I can well imagine how some of that banter goes back and forth.
It's wonderful, but
I bet
that's
it
so
is.
healing.
Yes.
That connection
right.
that happens allows that group to feel really connected and close, which creates the environment where healing can happen.
That's right, because it gives you the feeling that I can tell somebody about this.
Yes.
And they will understand, and they will support me.
Yes, because they're hearing other people share some of their stories, and sharing about where they were and where they are today in their healing process unlocks other individuals, other members, to go, hey, maybe I can talk about this.
And that's so healing, because I used to run a local hotline here, and some of the calls we would get were just unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And, we were trained to listen and support.
Yes.
And it was so beneficial to the caller and to the receiver.
Yes.
Because you learn so much from listening to people.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And that's really the key is listening.
Yes.
Giving a platform, a place where these men and women can share and just talk. And we encourage them to talk about it, to push past. It can be really scary. This population of people, fire, police, and military, we grew up in cultures where we box our emotions. Yep. It's what we do. Mm-hmm. To be able to be good at what we do, we have to learn to put all those emotions in a box.
Yeah.
And so
put
what
it
happens
in your
is,
pocket and leave it there.
And so those build up over time.
Sure.
And bad things can happen. There can be issues that can happen because all those emotions are put there. So we challenge these men and women to get comfortable with emotions, which can be really scary for them, because in that culture you kind of see feeling your emotions as a weakness. And we are helping them to change that way of thinking and realizing that talking about your emotions is strength and dealing with them is strength. And you don't want to keep those emotions boxed up and then come outside of your job and your career and try to operate that way in your family. And I think I did that in my family. I made some mistakes as a dad and as a firefighter, because I was kind of closed off to some of the emotional stuff that was going on in my home because I wasn't comfortable there. So I just kept it here. Let's just move on. Let's just get past it. So that can create some issues for us in our families, with our children, and our relationships.
Now, is that how you got involved?
Oh, absolutely. I would say the fire family, it never ends. Growing up at the fire station for a lot of birthdays and holidays, and really just becoming part of the fire family and getting to know these incredible people, it really brought me close to Guardians and seeing really the sacrifices that these individuals make day in and day out. And so it feels like an extension, even though my dad's retired after 35 years, really being able to get plugged into this group has just been life-changing for me as his daughter, because you get to see the type of demographic that these people are. And we go out, we'll do service projects, service days, Los Angeles Dream Center, we just did that, and go there, do chores around the veterans unit that they have there for women and men, and anything that they need that we can do to serve. So basically serving those that serve has been what we do through these service projects. We just got done doing one at the VFW, the post over off Sierra Highway, and that was another, we're fixing drains, and we got some people in the group that are good at plumbing, and you name it. We just delegate people for what they're really good at. I was cutting branches and, lifting what I could. Yeah. So, and you get to connect with these people during this time, and it can't help but draw you closer to them. And so I have been blessed to be able to be around this group of individuals.
Well, so is this your mode of living? Is this how you earn your wages, or do you have a different job?
So I'm a realtor here in Santa Clarita. Okay. I've been here since 1986. Went to elementary school here at Rio Vista Junior or Elementary School, all the way up to Valencia High School, even College of the Canyons. And so I'm a residential realtor, and fortunate enough to be able to work with a lot of first responders, whether it's law enforcement, firemen, and women, and veterans. So I've been blessed to be able to serve a lot of this population as well.
Oh, that's terrific. And being in the business you're in gives you extra time
Absolutely.
To do it.
Yep, we can prioritize things. Yeah, absolutely.
She's one of our biggest supporters. It's been a blessing to have the support of your family, and something that you're passionate about, and then to see them become passionate about your passion.
Yes.
Which is, helping other people, and it's been such a blessing to have her part of the team.
Yeah, and in this day and age with so much divisiveness on social media and regular media, everybody's looking to blame the other person about every problem there is out there. It's harder and harder to find a group of like-minded people with common experiences, even if they come from different backgrounds, where they can get together and actually do something good to help each other and support the community. So I love what Guardians is all about. And you're here today to promote, is this the main charity fundraiser of the year for Guardians?
Yes, it's our biggest fundraising event. This is our third annual 9/11 Patriot Day event, and again we're partnering with KHTS, who's been our partner in this event for the last couple of years, and it's an opportunity for us to remember and reflect on that horrific day of 9/11. We said we would never forget, and so that's part of why we do this, is to have that day of reflection. And it's going to be this year, it's going to be on September 9th. It's a Saturday. From 8 a.m. till 12 p.m. And it's not just it's a car show. It's a breakfast. We're going to serve an amazing breakfast. It's free to the community, and we have amazing sponsors and vendors. And we'll be doing some silent auction and maybe a few raffles. And it's just an opportunity for the community to come out with us and join with us in remembrance of what's happened. And we've got some VIP guests this year who were also part of last year, and that'll be our Congressman Mike Garcia, our Mayor Jason Gibbs, and some other special guests will be there. And we have the Young Marines of Santa Clarita will be doing our color guard presentation of colors. We'll have the national anthem again sung this year by Terrell Edwards, who's with East Bay Soul, an amazing singer who we happened to meet here one day when I was talking to Jerry, and we were looking for a singer, and he was on the air on KHTS, and we said, "Can we talk
Here
to that
I
guy?"
am.
It was like God just put him in the right
Phenomenal.
place, and he brought me to tears last year when he sang the national anthem, and he's going to do that again for us this year. But we'll have maybe 150, 200 classic cars, exotic cars, any kind of car is welcome. If you want to come and show off your car, come to that event on that Saturday. And we're also going to have lots of fire trucks, law enforcement vehicles, military vehicles. So it's really an event for the whole family. So it's going to be a great day of just a remembrance with some touching ceremonial things that we'll do that are really important to us and never forgetting.
Well, is there going to be a parade of any kind, or just stationary vehicles?
These will be stationary vehicles that those that come in the community can walk up and down the aisles and talk to the owners and see the cars,
Okay,
and they
good.
display them. But we will be in the 4th of July parade.
Yes.
Speaking of
I
parades.
was going to ask you that.
Yeah, I'm
so
looking
that
forward
comes
to that.
first. So
Yeah.
first there will be the 4th of July parade, and then the 9/11 Remembrance Day, but it's actually on 9/9
Correct.
because 9/11 is going to be on a Monday.
That's right,
And
and we're
nobody
gonna
will
do it
show
on
up for
Saturday.
that. Right.
Keep it on the weekend.
Yeah, keep it on the weekend. But in the meantime, the Guardians meet. Are they still meeting over at the church?
Yes, we Higher Vision Church allows us to use a room in their facility, which has been amazing. And it's allowed us to grow. Like I said, we have 80 members, close to 80 members now. We have 35 to 40 of these men and women that show up every Monday night. And Jenny had mentioned the Dream Center downtown L.A. It used to be old Queen of Angels Hospital. It's a 15-story building, and they do a lot of things in the community there. But one of the things they started about 3 years ago was they dedicated an entire floor to veterans support and a house that's on the property there to women veterans.
It's beautiful.
Well,
It's a beautiful
we have
facility.
connected with them because we started doing service projects there to a point that they now bring their veterans to our retreat, which we just did 2 weeks ago, and they're driving their veterans out every Monday night in a shuttle van, and they're a part of our Monday night groups.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Doesn't get any better than that, does it?
So the group meets Monday nights at Higher Vision, and that's up
7
there
p.m.
on like that road in front of Magic Mountain.
On the old road,
Yeah.
almost to the 126, in the same shopping center as LA Police Gear, which is one of our sponsors as well, and just north of the CHP station
Gotcha.
off the old road in that
Yeah.
shopping center.
Yeah, nice. So okay, so that's every Monday night.
Every Monday night at 7, and the
At
first
7.
Monday of every month we do something a little different, which is a great opportunity for those that I don't know about the group thing, but I
Right.
kind of want to check this out.
Right.
The first Monday of every month we do what's called Family Food and Fire Pit Night. So we all get together, set up a couple fire pits, pop-ups, tables and chairs, and we just have food together with all the families. We bring everybody together. So if somebody wants to kind of see who's who in the zoo, so to speak, they can show up on that first Monday of every month at 7 o'clock and have free food with all of us and get to meet those who are part.
Right.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
Because, family is such a big part of the healing process.
Sure.
And Guardians also offers a Guardian Wives group, because we realize the healing process really is helpful to have the whole family involved.
Right.
So when these Guardian Wives can get together with other Guardian Wives and talk about how some of the challenges they may face dealing with some of us knuckleheads,
Sure.
they can,
don't you have
work on
women?
that
Don't you
stuff.
I was a little too quick to chime
Wait a
in there.
minute.
But
Don't you
Jen,
have guardian husbands, too?
We don't have a separate group for that yet, but we do have many of our guardians' husbands are also guardians who are also law enforcement. We have many law
Right,
enforcement husband and
Families,
wife
yeah,
teams
sure.
that are a part of guardians.
and Jen, what about guardian children?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's where the Family Food and Fire Pit Night and the service projects are really a great way for the entire family to plug in, get
Yes.
connected, and work together as one.
Yes.
And so,
Have everyone
everybody.
understand what's going on.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's so important.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a great opportunity. And if anybody would like to get involved with Guardians, they can go to our website at guardiansscv.org, or they can call us at 661-347 6307. Also, all the information of our 9/11 Patriot Day event is on there as well. There's a link there. And we'd love to have some in our communities, become sponsors. That was something I'd like to share a little more about in a little bit. But being a sponsor for our events and for Guardians is so valuable to us because it allows us to do what we do.
Awesome.
Well, we need to take a break, but when we come back, I'll get you to repeat that address and phone number and all of that.
Wonderful.
I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Thomas Polucki, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Thomas Polucki, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. And we've been speaking with Tim Troig and his daughter Jennifer from Guardians SCV. And Tom, you wanted some questions.
Real quick recap on, real briefly, what is Guardians about, what you have planned for the 9/11 remembrance, and Jen, why it's so important to sponsor this event.
Yeah.
Great. So Guardians is a nonprofit that is for we bring like-minded individuals with similar backgrounds and experiences together, fire, police, and military men and women. Then we have weekly support groups, connection groups, camaraderie groups, whatever you'd like to call them. We do service projects in the community. We do events, and we do a yearly retreat where we give everybody an opportunity to just get up, get away, and find some healing in their life. And then throughout the year, we do some events, like we do a lunch with a veteran at the VFW, and we get involved with the 4th of July parade, and then our biggest event, which is 9/11 event, which is coming up, like I said, on September 9th, on that Saturday at 8 a.m., and all that information is on our website. And we're really looking this year to really get some amazing sponsors like we've had in the last few years. So sponsorships are really important. It is what has allowed us to touch so many lives of these men and women has been our sponsors.
And Jen, why is that so important?
Yeah, so like my dad mentioned, being able to continue for Guardians to be able to do what they do and, having the funding to be able to do so. So I'm one of the sponsors this year. We're looking for many more sponsors also to come in and dive into the community and not only just support Guardians, but come out and have a great time with families. We get families from all over Santa Clarita coming out and getting to take pictures with the fire apparatus and all the different cars, military cars that are going to be there and vehicles. So I really find it to be able to give back in a way where when I was younger, growing up at the station, I was much younger. So now as an adult where I can have some input and be able to do something physically, this has been such a great way for me to plug in. And honestly, this group is like family to me. They would be there in a heartbeat if you needed them. So I definitely am excited to be a sponsor this year.
Okay, so what are sponsorship opportunities? What does that look like? How does somebody get involved with Guardians?
If they would like to be a sponsor, they can go to our website at guardiansscv.org/911-event. Okay, you guys remember all that?
Right, exactly.
Is that 9-11?
Yes. If you to make it easy, just go to our website, and you'll find the 9/11 Patriot Day link there.
Okay.
And all the information is on there. And under sponsorships, we have a link there that takes you to the packet, the sponsorship packet.
Okay.
And we have different levels that the sponsors can adjust for themselves on what works for them. And each package has some things that come with it. It's not just are they just giving us money for the event, but they're also going to get things back, and that can be opportunities we give them shirts and make them feel part of the family, and in some cases, depending on their level, they'll get spots on the radio, and I'd like to get, if we get a title sponsor here fairly soon, have them on the radio with me the next time I show up to be able to introduce our title sponsors to the community. But we have had a great response over the last 2 years from the community, the businesses in our community that really love and care about our veterans, military, law enforcement, and firefighters. Yep. So they can find that sponsor packet online on our website at guardiansscv.org.
And one more time for the people who prefer making a phone call.
They can get us at 661-347-6307. And be a part of the Guardian family, because we need you, because we're growing rapidly, and your money is actually saving lives. And I can vouch for that on what I've seen happen in this group, that what happens is that money goes towards saving lives. Sure. We have no paid staff. We are all volunteers, so 100% of everything that's given and donated goes towards the program.
Phone number one more time, please.
661-347-6307.
Tim, thank you so much. We love the work you're doing with the Guardians. And Jen, thank you for sponsoring the 9/11 Remembrance event.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Guardians do great work. Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
And you've been listening to the Senior Hour, KHTS 98.1 AM 1220. HometownStation.com. We are sponsored by Comfort Keepers, Providence Holy Cross, and IMAC Med Spa. Now go out and enhance your quality of life.